the headline grabbers are the big 100,000 square meter facilities, the fulfillment centres, which require all the automated picking and sorting operations for individual orders. But born out of that, there's also there's a requirement which is probably be more outsourced to 3PLs on the non-sortable side of things, so bulkier goods that can't be picked and sorted in the fulfillment centre. So that breeds a new requirement and collaboration in the supply chain and outsourcing. And then there's the parcel delivery end, again, smaller buildings, entirely different operation, and you're not storing goods, they're going in and out. A different dynamic on the rental side, because they're very low site density, and you still need the large land requirement for the vehicles. I think all of that pipeline and demand that's being fed from these operations is driving itself to better and better locations as well. And without disclosing too much, I think you'll see that in the projects and the development contracts that are being undertaken at the moment, but also the future pipelines are getting closer to urban locations, not just for delivery of the goods, but also in terms of the employment dynamics. These big facilities need hundreds and hundreds of people, and they become a major employer in any local area. So they're big factors. And the other thing is the land side. I think in certain markets the land there's tight supply, and there's particularly tight supply to find suitable sites to accommodate these larger facilities, and that's probably one of the biggest challenges for those organisations and the developers who are going to be involved in them.
Just on the one hand, you see a trend towards larger surfaces, more modern facilities, but at the same time, people want to be closer to the end customer, where there's the most scarcity of land. So that is a challenge. That will also mean that these large assets will become more valuable going forward because they will be more difficult to replicate. I think there will be constant experimentation as to what the right model is. There will be constant search by occupiers as to what is the most efficient way to deliver. But at the same time, I think there's also a realization by the occupiers that having a standard warehouse is bringing costs down in terms of the rents that they will have to pay, because it's an asset that will be that you will be able to release. At the same time, what we also see is that there's a constant trend. I see example after example of consolidation in the market, whereby occupiers are rationalizing several smaller warehouses into bigger platforms, and not just in e-commerce. So that's an important trend which is going on, and again, which makes that location is a very important driver in this.